All right, y'all. Eric. Well, hopefully you guys, some of y'all filter back in here. We'll give him a second. Eric, I don't know what happened. It's the first time I've ever had a stream crash on me. Can you guys hear me out there? All that stuff. Uh, hello, hello. All right. Well, let me repost that nonsense on my Instagram since it danged on us. Leave from both. See if we can get this one going again. I saw that the screen went black, but I thought maybe it was just like buffering or something. So I gave it a second. It took a second to get this all back going again. Had to restart the whole thing. So I'm gonna repost it to my Instagram once again. Follow me on Instagram and all that stuff. See if we can do this anyways. Uh, we'll just do. Sorry, y'all. Maybe I bumped my cord on the side here. That can be the only thing I would think of that would have messed it up. But all right, almost there, folks. Almost there. What are you talking about? Anyways, it's not letting me do that, but I'm having troubles. Technology, I tell you what, sometimes it's annoying. I actually want to delete that live that only lasted 2 seconds. Maybe I'll just leave it up. Anyways, we got a bunch of mail, y'all. We'll get this down over yonder, and we'll get to it in a little bit. And yeah, everybody in here, yeah. Well, the first stream crashed. So, anyways, uh, spent some time over at All Dogs Off Road today, and we got a lot of work done on the truck. So I will have that video out for you guys tomorrow. I'm really, we're gonna kind of stick to the Thursday camping thing, but I might have a few videos for you this week, or at least a couple of them of truck stuff. So hopefully we can get everything just knocked out here fairly quickly, and get the truck done so we could go on a road trip. I've been kind of like, I really want to get it out on a road trip, but I want to get it done. And it looks very, very nice now. Oh, we'll say that. It definitely needs some paint work done. But let me try to post this thing. For some reason, it's not letting me. There we go. We'll just do that. All right. Oh, where is my brewski? All right, we're gonna try some of these tonight. Dan the Wiser Ale from Kincaider Brewing. It's a local brewery. I've never had the Dan the Wiser, I don't think, but I believe it's like his head brewer is Dan. I think, maybe I might be completely wrong. I thought I had my cup down here somewhere too. Right over yonder. So Dan the Wiser, 4.5%, named after our legendary brewmaster. I was right. Dan the Wiser Ale has mild fruit-like notes and all-around great beer to be enjoyed just about anywhere, anytime. Dan likes to pour himself one after a dusty ride on his iron steed. So there's him on his motorcycle. Focus, camera. Maybe, maybe not. No, it's I wouldn't call that my man cave. This is my little small corner of the basement. My wife's got a big desk over there. My stinky garage is probably my cave. Daniel, I'd love to get us to Australia one day. Set that over here so you guys can see it. Whatever. Cheers. Jay Jones, the snow is pretty much all melted. It was 60 degrees today. Our weather has been wild. Yeah, 2 weeks ago it was like 20 below zero or whatever, and now it's 60 degrees, and I'm sure we'll get another little like freak snow, but our weather is trending very, very warm. So I think our real winter season is probably over. I haven't even got out ice fishing. I'm gonna have to. There's probably still some safe ice around here, but it'd probably be smarter to go north. But like, there's shacks falling in the water all over the place. People are just getting in the top, getting in the breaking through the ice. Robert, why isn't Ted talking? I want to hear Ted talk. I suppose we could probably get that out of the way early. Ted's got to say his piece on every one of these lives. Cheers. Thanks for the donation. Thank you, Noah. There'll be a video out tomorrow. I'm sure most of you guys have seen Ted, but Ted will do a song and dance for $2. I don't know what he's going to.
All right, come on. Let's sing the thunder song. When you hear the sound
The
of
thunder,
don't you
come
get too scared. Just
grab
grab
your thunder, buddy,
and say these magic words. Fuck you, thunder.
You can suck
my dick. You can't get me thunder because you're just God's fudge.
Good old Ted. Yeah, Randy, the ice has just not been. I mean, I don't want to say it's not been good. There's been people out. Like there's been safe ice. I feel like I've missed my window or whatever. What's up, Leonard? Scooter. 21 degrees in Green Bay, Wisconsin right now. Yeah, nope, it's plenty warm here. Zach, been watching for 4 years. Keep up the good work. Cheers, Zach. Thanks for the donation. Bow Hunter, Gallup, New Mexico. Michael, Ted should go camping with you. As funny as that would be, dude, I'd feel so weird if like somebody came up to talk to me and I'm just chilling there with my teddy bear, you know? I feel like that needs to be filmed on a piece of private property. And you know, you could get really funny with it and do voiceovers and stuff like that. And that's I guess the show started streaming. There's a TED TV show basically where they're in high school. It's the high school years. I think, or middle school or something. It's school. And I haven't watched any of it yet, but it looks pretty funny. Darren, I think it was 15 and a half. And it's a replica, but yeah, Rex, it's on Peacock. I don't think I have a subscription to Peacock. Maybe I'm guessing they're just doing like one episode at a time as they're released on TV. So maybe like once a season is out, I'll do a free trial or something so I can watch it. Dylan, man, cheers, thank you. It looks really nice. I'm stoked. The old topper definitely needs some paint, but fingers crossed I might be able to knock that out this weekend. So we'll see what happens. Oh, Rex, the whole series came out in one day. Well, I might have to pay for that, and so I can watch that. I'd like to watch it. The movies are great. Bow Tie City painted pink. Let me guess, you don't like Fords. Uh, I like it, dude. It's a nice truck. I mean, it's light years ahead of the Silverado that I had. The 10 speed, uh, light years ahead of that transmission in that old truck. It's nice. And it's got like 75 more horsepower than that, other than the Silverado had with a big cam in it. So I'm enjoying it. I'm not particularly brand loyal. Zach, go to Lake of the Ozarks and camp this summer. Yeah, it's been a while since I've been down there. I think the last time I was down there wasn't the last motorcycle video, but one of the last couple of motorcycle camping videos me and Greg rode down there. And then I was actually down there in a little cabin with my wife when the channel hit 1,000 subscribers a few years back. So I've camped down there a few times and done a little bit of exploring. But I'd like to get back down there and kind of explore more, like I think south a little farther, because every time we've gone, we've stayed right at like Bagnell Dam. There's a private campground that we stay at that has some cabins. I think it might be like Cross Creek or something. It's on the north side, it's northwest of Bagnell Dam. Adam, they're Toyos. They're the RT Trails that are on the new wheels that are on the truck that you guys are gonna have to wait for tomorrow's video. Dude, I'm stoked on the way it looks. I think it turned out perfect. JR Jid 3, is that when she locked out of the cabin? No, that wasn't that. You'll have to look for, I mean, scroll back. I think the video is called something like A Small Cabin in the Ozarks and Curious Ducks, because there was ducks right there and they were all coming up to the truck and the cabin, and it was right on a pond. But I think I wrote in the title 1,000 subscribers in capital letters. But it's like that video is probably 4 years old or something like that at this point. Darth Raider. We'll get back to Washington sometime soon. Like, I've been out there. This was prior to the whole YouTube filming stuff. Actually, there was some videos on here before I deleted them back in the day like an idiot. But I've driven Highway 101. I've driven the Coast Highway from LA all the way up to Seattle, I think. Or actually we drove down, but I've done a lot of stuff out there, dude, cabins and whatnot. I've got family in Oregon. It's just, I've been out there a few times, just haven't been back there since the whole YouTube thing. Bandy, yes, I do. Yes, I do. Bags or a bucket with kitty litter. I mean, you got to do what you got to do. Most of the time, the places that I'm at have outhouses. Like the last one with the flower pot heater that had an outhouse that was open. So, I mean, a lot of them have outhouses. Mind's eye. I mean, it's a common question. Maybe I should just do a video on that topic. I mean, it's not something that everybody wants to talk about, but it's something everybody has to do. So it just is what it is. Casey Payne, I have not been to Table Rock, I don't believe. I've got a trip planned. It's actually a trip with the wife, and we're going to be going kind of down into that area. So we'll see what happens with that. Obviously, we won't be sleeping in the truck, but we'll probably take the truck so we can drive some back roads and whatnot. But we've got 3 different places we're going to stay at. So we'll see what happens with that. I'm not sure if what I'm going to film. Joseph, yes, basically a video about that. I mean, it wouldn't be the first video about that that's on YouTube. I'll put it that way. Street Shred 82. I mean, that's what we all want to think. 402 Ventures. Cheers, man. Thanks for the donation. Someone asked, it scrolled by. Somebody asked if I'm going to do a diesel heater or solar. I'm really going to probably keep the F-150 more simple. Like, I want to put roof bars on there just so I can put a kayak or something on top if I want to. But I don't think I'm going to get too crazy on that stuff. We'll see, because we've still got the Silverado that's going to run again, and we'll let that one be kind of the dumb one, so to speak. If I did some solar, I'd just get a foldable panel. And as far as the diesel heater goes, like, I think about it every year, and I feel like it would be, obviously it'd be a good choice to do. But I wouldn't do anything that's permanently mounted in the bed. I don't feel like I would want that. So something that probably sat outside, so you don't have to do any plumbing. You don't have to worry about spilling diesel in the carpet and stuff like that. So like I've seen people where they just get a little thing that sits on a tire, like at the little tire table, and then the diesel heater will sit there, and they'll run it into the cap window on the side and do a little block off plate or something. You just have to run your power wire out. So if I do it, that's what I would do, and I'd probably just buy one of like the pre-made weather sealed ones. I mean, there's a million of them on the market now. What's up, Cody? Alex, I'd love to get to Mount St. Helens sometime. Growing up, I mean, my grandma, I don't know if they went out there how long after it happened, but she had a container full of the volcanic dust. They went somewhere where you could just like scoop up the volcano dust, and it was so fine. It was crazy. Lon Bowers, cheers. Have my permission to build out your truck as yours. Dude, you can build it exactly the same. Do whatever you want, man. Have thank you for the donation. Cheers. Yeah, build a camper, dude. Build a camper for sure. Cheers, everybody. All right, let's get into a little bit of mail over here. We'll start with, we've got a letter from Robert Ella, Salamanca, New York. Salamanca. Was Salamanca, wasn't that one of the names of the characters on Breaking Bad? Something Salamanca? Yeah, my wife said yeah. I haven't watched that stuff in a while. All right, we've got a nice letter. All right. CrazyQuady, congrats on your achievement on your YouTube. Well deserved. Probably the 100K plat. I wanted to send you some areas around New York State that might interest you. They've got a lot of hiking and fishing, boating, swimming, etc. Campsites, cabins available. And he gave me a list of parks, which I'm not going to just tell you guys. Oh, and a good place for beers of the world. Niagara Falls, yeah. Thanks for everything you do, and I hope this finds you more areas to camp, even though it will be a lot of driving. We're gonna get out on some longer trips. We're trucking away on getting this truck finished up here real quick. I want the truck to be done within like the month. By the end of February, that truck is gonna be new bed, new build. It's already halfway there. Thanks for everything you do. One last question. To save money, why don't you take stuff out of the other truck and transfer it to the new truck, such as the drapes for the windows, roof rack, power outlet, etc.? The drapes won't fit. The side ones might. The back window is way bigger. I'm just going to build new ones, and they've kind of faded over time. So we're just going to build new ones because we'll just leave those on the cap. As far as like the roof rack, there's no rails on the top of that one, on the new one. So, and I'm not going to pull the rails off the top of the other one because I don't want holes in the top of the fiberglass. And the power outlet, those are super cheap. I just need to go get one. I mean, you can get those locally at camp stores. So I just need to go pick one up, and we're probably going to mount that in the bumper. But cheers. Thank you. I'll set that over yonder. Yo, everybody. Anu, did the fabric and glue used in your truck give off fumes? If you're talking about like the carpet in the back, that's done at the factory from the topper company. You don't smell anything. John Ivy, I'd love to get to Alaska. Cheers. Yeah. One of these days we'll get up north. Like I said, we're gonna get this truck done probably within by the end of February, and we're gonna take some good trips. So Brian thought about solar panels. We talked about that a little bit. I'd probably just use a foldable one at this point. Rex 5150. What's the furthest east I've been? As far as on video on YouTube, probably Wisconsin and Illinois. We camped a little bit in Illinois, or I camped one night in Illinois, something like that, northeast Illinois. But I've been to Connecticut, I've been to Florida, Ohio, Indiana. Like I've been to lots of places. Just that was before this. I've been to Connecticut a couple of times. And Florida probably 3 or 4 times. We've driven to Florida. I flew to Connecticut, but Scooter, no more snow. Like there's some drifts left, but that's about it. Carrie, no, I don't. You can't spend your life being paranoid and worried. Joseph Dover, that would be cool. I want to get down to that area because I've talked about it before, but I want to do the tail of the dragon. So, hey Kim, Devil 12, is that a real deer head? Yes, that's a real one. I wrestled that one down with my bare hands. No, it's not. That thing is inflatable. That's God, where it's from the homie Kevin. And I think that thing came from like Chicago, and it's probably like 20 years old or something by this point. Probably is 20 years old. It may be way older than that, but I don't know. I helped him move from like Chicago to California, and that ended up staying here. So I had to hang it on the wall. It's an inflatable deer head. Twisted Fatwood, never been to South Carolina. Jeffrey, extra large is what I usually wear. Badgerton. We'll get some more stuff with Travis. Like he went up, they did an ice fishing trip this year, and I wasn't able to make it. Like, well, I'm thinking I might try to get up there, but he already did one of those. We've got a trip planned this summer, a motorcycle trip planned already, and then we're probably gonna drive our vans and haul our bikes, but we've got one trip planned already, so we'll have more videos with Travis. Victor Golly, big difference in the cost of fuel with the new rig. Yes, it's way cheaper. Way cheaper. The Silverado, I had to run premium because it was tuned. It had the big cam and whatnot. And like I was lucky to get 14 miles to the gallon. And this one right now, it's getting about 20, and that's 20 mixed driving in the city. And I can run cheap gas in there. So it's way cheaper. We'll see what the wheels and tires do, but I don't think it's going to be that bad. So Daywalker 402, shout out to Kyle. That's homie from All Dogs. The drive home was good. I took it on the interstate. It ran 80 just fine, and straight and true, hands off the wheel. Like it's perfect. It's doing great. I'm stoked on it. You can definitely tell it's stiffer, less body roll for sure. I think it's pretty good. Joseph, you'll have to wait till tomorrow's video to see that one. JR, it does have a locker. It's got an electronic locker. Darren Sanders, I'll probably come down to North Carolina at some point. Isn't there what's the big motorcycle thing there? That's right in the spring, isn't it? Carrie, we've got more stuff to go. We've only opened up one thing. Well, here, let's grab another package. Matt, she's been in, well, she hasn't been in any videos. She doesn't want to be in videos, but she's been with me plenty of times. Fairfield, is that Massachusetts? ME. What's ME? Maryland? Bike Fest? Badgerton, plans for the Silverado. Get bigger, dumber, and louder and faster. And I don't know. We'll see whatever happens when it happens. What do we got in here? We got a note. We got some stuff. Ooh. We've used some of this before on the channel. Quady, I saw these and thought they might be a cool addition to your evening campfires. Hopefully they work well. And if so, they'll definitely make you the talk of the campground. Can't wait for your next adventure. Kyle from Fairfield, Maine. And they are, there's a bunch of individual packets in here, but they're the things that turn your campfire colors. We've gotten some of these before. And I think the last time, dude, I threw the whole box in the fire and it was awesome. But yeah, thank you. 12 packets in each. We got 24 fire packets. That's rad. Stoked on that one. Casey Payne, meet up with old biker dude. Thank you, Kyle. I'm gonna meet up with some old biker dudes this summer, that's for sure. I didn't really put dude on video, or like I don't even know if I got a picture with him. But when we were out at Hell on Wheels, me and Travis, what it was last year, or the year before that, it was 2022 because they only do it every other year. There's one this year. But we hung out with Kickstart Mike, and Kickstart Mike's dude's a legend. I think he's like 70, 68. I don't know. He's old. He's an OG in the whole motorcycle world, and he's still just riding across the country on hardtails. And he's like, when I was 30, I needed 3-inch sprigs on my seat, and then when I was 40, I needed like 4-inch sprigs. And I think he's rocking like 5 or 6-inch springs on his seat right now, but he still rides all over the place on this hardtail bike. And just sleeps in a little tent. Dude is just, it was really cool to sit and talk to him for a long time. We'll crack open another one. Matt, yeah, I've seen Breaking Bad. We were talking about Breaking Bad earlier. Jared Jones, your ZL1 gets 9 miles to the gallon when playing. Yes, but it's a ZL1. Like, you're expected to probably not get very good gas mileage out of that. It's miles per gallon at that point. Twisted Fatwood, it is a Dan the Wiser Ale from Kincaidor Brewing, talking about motorcycles. Cheers. Rex, next time they'll have 15-inch sprigs. I'm kind of hoping it'll be at the one this year. We'll see. Michael, yeah, 4 miles for the gallons. Well, you're hanging a big snow plow, a bunch of back and forth. Like, that's to be expected. All right, we got an Amazon one. It's got to be like a sticker or something. Larry, Coonsville, Iowa. Is that where Hell on Wheels is? I don't know. I can't remember where it was at. All the way on the other side. This is awesome. Merry Christmas and Happy New Year's, Quady. I see that you keep maxing out your pot's capacity. Hope you can get good use out of this kit. Cheers, homie. From Jesse A. in Minnesota. I believe it's Isolated Serenity is his screen name. This is a rocket sticker, dude. Check it out. Check this out. Support your local street cats. You got a raccoon on there, a possum, and a skunk. That's great. That's awesome. I don't know if I got a room big enough on my big cooler to put this on there. That's great. Uh, thank you. Daywalker, yeah, somebody asking about drones. Oh, Matt. There's a video where I flew my drone, and then there's a video like 2 weeks later about why I can't fly my drone. And somebody on YouTube narked on me, reported me to the FAA because I flew it in a state park, and which I didn't know, and which the FAA guy had to call Game and Parks because he didn't know either, and he was super chill about it. Uh, but yeah, can't fly in any Nebraska state parks. So that's like 90% of what I've been doing recently. You can't fly in any national parks. Most other states, you can't fly legally in state parks. And and maybe this has changed, I don't know, maybe I should look back into it. But since I make money off of YouTube, it's considered a commercial flight. So you have to get a Part 107 license, which I've never done. I've heard it's fairly easy to do. But what it comes down to is like I know I'd carry the thing around and I just probably would never use it. Uh, you can't fly close to airports. You're not supposed to fly over people in general. Like there's a lot of rules that people don't follow, which is whatever. Like, but yeah, you can't use them. It's basically like I don't know. To me, it's not really worth it. Uh, And so I had one. The one that I had, I sold it to the homie Kevin. Hey Kim, you should get a sticker board for your studio. It'd be cool. I could do something like that. Like I could put something back there. I wouldn't peel the sticky off though, so I could put it on something else. But the thing is, I'm gonna start putting some of these on my toolbox probably because I know I'm gonna have my toolbox for a long time. The thing that sucks is like I'm probably gonna break that cooler at some point. So depending on if it's broken bad, you're not going to be able to fix it. And then I lost all those stickers. I've lost a lot of stickers because I used to have places that we went to. I put them on the side window of the old truck, dude. And I had like the whole window full of places that we had been. And after sitting in the sun so long, they just start peeling off and they look crappy. But yeah, so I don't know. So I stopped putting stickers on the outside of the truck of where I've been. We've got the little cooler down here, and I've got this one all stickered up already, pretty much too. We've got some room left on it, but I like that one on the back, and that's a cool one somebody sent in. If you guys can see that one, I don't use this cooler in videos very often. It's smaller, but yeah, some motorcycle stickers over here. Check out Lindsay B Tattoo, the mushroom one down there. Anyways, needs more Sasquatch. Jason Murray. There's a very small chance that I'll get out. I don't know. It may just be a year of no ice. We'll see. We'll see if I can get up north. I'm gonna try. Daywalker 402. Had somebody else comment back? Carrie Ludwig. Honestly, like I have a lot of stuff that you guys have sent in that I haven't gotten to, so like don't feel the need that you need to send me anything. I can see 4 bottles of hot sauce from right here, and there's an 8 pack sitting right there. Like there's just a lot of stuff that I haven't gotten to. Like I felt bad about even doing the live stream tonight because a lot of the stuff from last month's live, like I haven't gotten to. So, but there's stuff for certain seasons. Anything, yeah, you don't have to send me nothing. Yeah, been a weird winter. Chris Sutphin, have you been happy with your jet boil and is it worth the money? I've been incredibly happy with it. I would get another one at any point in time in the future. And that was a gift that somebody sent in to the channel during a live stream. And it was perfect. So I'm stoked on that. Kelvin B in the chat. Wish the homie Kelvin was here. That's the homie. You guys have seen him in the videos if you're OGs. Kelvin donated $5. I got to chug a beer. I can't say no to the homie. If you guys want to chug a beer with me, I guess go get yourself a beer. I know it's a Wednesday night. Darren Jones, yeah, Darren. There you go. If somebody wants to send me, what are they on, like Gen 5 or Gen 6? If somebody wants to send me a brand new Whipple supercharger kit for the new Ford, feel free to do that. Man, I would love to have that. Like 700 horsepower would be insane. But I think all said and done, you'd be into it 10K. I think the kit is at least 8K. And you add some tuning, some of the other bits you're probably going to need here and there. It's 10 grand. But it's good. It's, from what I understand, it's pretty dang reliable and it's insane. I would love to do that. Absolutely love to do that. 700 horsepower truck camper. Yes, please. Something like that. I'd go do drag and drive events like Sick Week, which is going on right now. 100% would do that. I don't need to be the fastest thing there, but man, that would be a blast. All right. Zilla, what's up, Zilla? All right. This one's for the homie Kelvin. Hopefully we can get out with Kelvin at some point soon. Kelvin's been a busy man lately. We just haven't been able to meet up. So, but we've been talking some plans. We've got a really cool spot, the Stealther spot. We just got to make her happen. All right. Cheers, y'all. I don't know where my shotgun tool went. I think it's still, maybe that's upstairs. Oh man, I'm not ready for this. Cheers. Cheers. We gotta sip the rest of that thing slowly. It is only Wednesday night. 402s everywhere. At one point, I was going to get a 402 tattoo somewhere. I suppose I could still do that. Or just an outline of the state. Like Kelvin's got a state outline. That would be cool. All right. Let's get to another one. I believe this is it's an Amazon package, right? Matt, if you can get a TRX, do it. The only reason I would never buy one personally is because they're all short beds. It's, it's the same with the Raptor. Raptor would be amazing. A Raptor R would be amazing, but it sucks that you can never get any of those trims with a longer bed. But there's still camping options available if you're going to camp with it. But if you're just going to drive it, yeah, TRX would be rad. Barry Toller, are we going to do any videos with aliens in it? I can't just make them appear. There is a video that I filmed at a fairly local spot where, if you haven't seen it, I think it's called like stealth camping at an alien abduction site. But YouTube kind of shut the video down, and actually there's a disclaimer posted on the about section in the video talking about how aliens aren't real. This is fake news or something like that, which was kind of wild. But there's a story that I read, and I attached the Google Doc, and it was a local police chief was supposedly abducted by these aliens, and he kind of wrote a story about it and whatnot, and he was shunned for it. But dude was like a military guy, and a lot of people believed him. And so there's that video. It's an older one. It's a winter, so there's snow in the video too. But so if you want to check that out, you can. Maybe we can go to Roswell at some point. But alrighty, what is this? Enjoy your gift from Jesse. Looks like it's like a titanium cook set, I think. Jeffrey Cooper, the old lady was talking about Bigfoot. Oh yeah. The Bigfoot video. There's a couple other Bigfoot spots that I'd like to visit too, and I think they're more like I think one might be in Georgia or something like that. But I've got a couple other museums like that marked on maps. Yeah, it looks like a titanium cook set, about like that other one I have, but I can tell you this is like half the weight of it. That's nice. I don't know. It just says 22 titanium. So you've got a lid, you've got like a strainer, you've got a small pot, and they have handles on them, like my other ones. Bada bing, bada boom. You can kind of use that as a plate, and then you've got a larger pot. And this has double handles. I'm not gonna take this all out of the plastic. I guess I can. It doesn't matter. Grady Cooper, Cletus vid just came out. I'm gonna watch that. It's the first thing I'm gonna watch when I get off of here. Cheers, man. Go check it out. Yeah, bummer for him that he dumped it into the sand at the end. But I'm guessing he said he's finishing out sick week with his airplane. Must be rough, dude. Yeah, there you go, dude. That's nice. Got a little pot. It all fits together, and then yeah, you've got a regular lid, and you've got a strainer lid. And I wonder if you could do. I wonder if there's another reason for that. Almost instead of like just to strain it out. I don't know. It just calls it a streamer. Oh, it's a steamer tray, but that doesn't go down inside of it. I don't know. Steamer tray. Boundless Voyage Outdoors. So what this is, if you guys are doing that. Yeah, steamer plate. Ugh. It's nice. That is very lightweight. Those have just got to sit like that. And the carry bag. Maybe, yeah, so it doesn't boil over. Put the lid on with water in the bottom. There we go. Yeah, that's nice. We might just have to swap out the kit that we've had in the truck for a while for this one. Every ounce counts, right? I appreciate it. Thank you, Jesse. Set that over yonder. Somebody sent in a little titanium tea kettle thing I haven't used yet either. Squatchy is Sasquatch. Steamed veggies. Victor, golly, do I cook much with charcoal? Not really, dude. Like I usually just cook over the fire. There's been a couple of like maybe 3 or 4 videos where I've used charcoal. But at home I've got a propane grill. So other than that, no, I really don't use it very often. Brandy, what brand was it? I showed it on there. Oh. Boundless Voyage Outdoors, and it came from Amazon, so you should be able to find that. There you go, if you can see that. Maybe not. I don't know why this thing doesn't want to focus. Whatever. Boundless Voyage Outdoors. Ooh. Skeeter Camps. All right. I see what you're putting down there. JR, we need more Willet burrito. We'll definitely do some more burritos. Burritos are some of my favorite Favorite things to eat: burritos and tacos. Um, I try to keep the meals like for the most part. I try to keep them fairly simple. Like I don't like to have to cook a lot of ingredients and then combine ingredients and then cook again. I try to stay away from that, especially while I'm out camping. Like when we go to cabins or whatever, like when I go with my wife, we try to cook something a little bit nicer typically or whatever. But a lot of times we kind of go out to dinner too. But like yeah, when I'm camping, like I just try to keep it simple. Daniel Oliveras, Dallas sounds fun. Like I was close. I was basically no. Was I? What was? Yeah, I was close. I was in Texas this year. I did one video in Texas. AJ Tunes, that BLT was very, very good. Mandy, would you ever get a dog to camp with? Yes. Like, I'm just gonna have to bring one home because and deal with. It's just gonna have to be, it's easier to ask for forgiveness than it is for permission. But at some point, I really would like to get another dog. It's been a while since I've had one. John, we talked about that a little bit earlier. There is a video stealth camping at a alien abduction site or something. It's an older video. Edward, I don't want to camp in my backyard. I'd feel so awkward back there with the camera going. I have neighbors. I don't even like filming in my driveway, but it's like I don't have anywhere else I can work on my truck to do some of the stuff that I'm doing. It's like so I just film it in the driveway or whatever, and I hate doing it. I absolutely hate it, but the sun's always in the wrong spot half the time. Uh, it is what it is. Rex 5150. Yeah, when I said I had hot sauces over there, that's the one of the ones I'm seeing. Ah, I still feel like I want somebody else with me to try that sauce with me. I don't know if I want to do that one by myself. A Yorkie? No. My last dog was a Chihuahua. So I don't know. It'd be something a little bit bigger than that. Like I like corgis. I think corgis are cool. Uh, but something like that. Badgerton, it's a cool truck stuff video we filmed today. Uh, JR, some stuff I do. I mean, it's just whatever's more convenient to film with. I turned it off for a couple of days, just gave myself a break from my phone. And when I turned it back on, like within like an hour, I chipped the screen. And I had a screen protector on here and it was bubbly, so I took it off like 2 or 3 weeks ago, and then I broke the screen. So I'm probably gonna have to have the screen repaired. I don't feel like it's necessarily worth upgrading to the S24. I don't even know how long I've had this thing, but yeah, you can see. Look at that. Oh, it caught the light there for a second. Yeah, there you go. You can see it's all cracked up, and there's like I dinged it pretty hard over here. It fell off a stool onto like a metal rail. Sweet. Matt, a Labrador Retriever. See, I'd love it. I'd be absolutely fine with a dog like that, but my wife wouldn't want a dog that's that big in the house. So if I just come show up with one, it probably needs to be a smaller dog. Like I could get a Jack Russell. I had a Jack Russell Terrier growing up, and that's a decent size. Something a little bit bigger than a Chihuahua. Although I would happily get another Chihuahua too, but I don't know if a Chihuahua is necessarily the greatest road trip dog. But then again, it doesn't take up much space either as a road trip dog. Akita Inu would be cool. Like the, I, more than anything, it's probably I'm just gonna adopt something. Like I'm not gonna be like I need a specific breed, or maybe I just find a dog that's out somewhere and it needs a home and I take it with me. but it is what it is. We'll see what happened. Basset Hound would be cool. Basset Hound would be cool. I mean, a wiener dog would be cool. I don't dislike any dog, so pretty much whatever. My wife's coming down. She just gave me the stink eye because she's been hearing me talk about the dogs up there. Miniature Schnauzer would be cool. My late grandma had a Schnauzer, and his name was Major because her husband, my grandpa, was a major. I think it was in the Air Force. Never met the guy. Passed before I came around, but that dog was an asshole. It hated everything. So I don't know if I'd want a Schnauzer. Like you really, but she was like she wanted a Schnauzer and she got it as a puppy, and you never know what's gonna happen. Matt Blank, no, my wife is just not an animal person. And we've talked about it, and she's probably gonna hate that I say it, but she has like a phobia of cats. Dylan Allison. AJ Toon. See, and honestly, like I've secretly hoped that I just found some homeless dog. It's sad because I think about it, I'm like, that dog is probably suffering, but I would love to just find a homeless dog out in the middle of nowhere that needed a home, and I'd be like, well, get in, homie, you're coming with me. But John Ludwig, yeah. Mutt from the Pound. The first dog we had growing up, and this was like, I'm pretty sure we had the dog when I came home, and I think it might have passed when I was like 4 or 5 years old or something like that. But it was just a mutt, and its name was Mutz, like Muttz. I think would be how you spelled her, just Mutz. Yeah, Mutz. Daywalker, Pickup Tatter, 2 Bassets do the same. Oh yeah. A Chihuahua pug called a Chug. That would be cool. Darren Jones, the link to my P.O. box should be in the video description. Let's grab another package. All right, this is a personal package from John K. out of Smithfield, Virginia. Should be able to do it this way. Jay, you had a black lab. At one point, I helped train some dogs. Like I've done some work with dogs. At one point, I trained some dogs with the Humane Society out of Omaha, and I had a Mastiff named Buddy for a few months, and these were like shelter dogs that were good enough, and we kind of gave them the base training of like all your sit, stay, down, all those kind of commands. But we also taught them how to open doors and like turn off lights and stuff like that. And then when they graduated from our program, they went to like a higher level training center. And after that, I think I had 2. There was a Mastiff named Buddy, and then I had like a big black lab named, gosh, this has been a long time ago. I can't remember. Or maybe the Mastiff was named Jake and the lab was named Buddy. It was Jake and Buddy. Anyways, both of those dogs ended up going to like special needs kids. One of them I remember was like a kid I had to teach the dog how to brace. And so like if the kid fell over, it had to use the dog to get up because his legs didn't work. The kid's legs didn't work, I guess. So the dog had to be able to support you. So like I would make this dog stand there, and I wouldn't use my legs at all, and I'd just stand up using the dog's back, and he was very good. But anyways, No, I don't. That's the thing, is because I know dogs are a responsibility, and I don't want to just like leave the dog home, like I don't know. Like I said, we'll eventually get another dog, but I don't take pet ownership lightly. So, and it's not like I don't know if I could ever give a dog up that would be that was my dog. So you're like, stick through it. If you take that commitment, like, where do you pull the line off if the dog needs surgery or the dog gets cancer? Do you just, I'd have a really hard time putting the dog to sleep. And I don't know if I'm prepared to pay for animal chemotherapy. So it's like, you gotta be responsible with the decision. Anyways, cheers. Get into this thing. We got some stickers. Is there a note? We'll get the note first. Mike, sorry for taking so long to reply that I got your license plate. Thanks for the plates. Oh, so John has sent in some plates, and I must have sent some back. My wife and I just got back from a 2-month RV trip going out to Glacier National Park. That was the inaugural trip that my wife and I took when we did the Silverado, when we put the topper on 2015. So that's rad. And through some of the Southwest, also was catching up on your video. Saw the Halloween video where you had eaten stuff that I had sent you. So I'm sending you some more. Congratulations on hitting 100,000 subscribers. Love the new truck. Too bad it isn't a Dodge. LOL, he says. Just like to say that again. Enjoy watching the videos and love seeing Jersey Girl. Oh, so he sent in the Jersey Girl plate, which would be on the bottom over here. Was John the one that sent in the manuals? Can't remember. Anyways, where did I get on here? Also, I'm including a couple stickers that I have picked up on my travels. The stickers are as follows. Let's pop these open then. Make sure we got them all. Twin Span Brewing is from Iowa, near the American Picker's hometown. I've been to the American Picker's place and in the shop. That was a bike trip. Me and my wife rode out to Harley's 100th anniversary. This thing right here. That's actually the flyer from it. So I've been there. Maker's Mark is a hometown brewery. Maker's Craft Brewery is a hometown brewery. Lewis and Clark Brewery is in Helena, Montana, right there. And the last is the company I used to work for, Newport News Shipbuilding, when we did an inspection on the USS Enterprise. That's rad. Check that out. Which is now decommissioned. Thought they looked cool on your cooler. I don't think this will make your next live stream. If not, I'm looking forward to all your upcoming videos. Well, here it is on the live. Yeah, thank you, John. And then we've got some foodstuffs in here. Hash green chili, mashed taters. Gooch. Cheers, Gooch. Gooch in the chat. Thank you for the donation. Gooch sent me some miso soup a couple of years back. I still haven't had it again, but I enjoyed that. Yeah, we've got some ramen. There we go. Thank you, John. I dig the stickers there. That's the shipbuilding one is rad. That's cool. And thank you for sending that, because I know you've probably been holding on to that one for a while. That's cool. Puget Sound Naval Shipyard. I've been. Is Puget Sound that's right south of Connecticut? No, I've been to Long Island Sound. Never mind. All right. And these are always great to have. A couple of these in your rig for like emergencies. All you need is water. Hot water. All right. I don't want to ding up these stickers. Darren, a Belgian Malinois. No, the homie Mike has one of those. That thing's like a little, it's just a little it's a wild machine, dude. That dog is insane. It's an awesome dog, but I don't know if I have the patience for a Malinois. I know my wife doesn't have the patience for a Malinois. Irish Mac, you like the burrito videos? We'll do more burrito videos for sure. James, what's up? And I sent your plate out. I sent you a plate yesterday. Sorry for the delay. All right, let's get into another one here. This obviously came from hottom.com. Hottom.com. So hot tomato, so it's probably hot sauce. Chris, between the two trucks and the van, what's my favorite to camp in? I mean, the van has been very nice because, you know, it gave me something to camp in while we figured out truck stuff. The van is nice because you can move right from the driver's seat into the back. It's just there's a lot of space in there and it is comfortable. The van sucks because it is slow as balls. It's so slow. It's a 29-year-old at this point, 29-year-old V6. It's very slow. It's very underpowered, but like other than that, it's a truly enjoyable experience to be in a van. Ultimately, like a four-wheel drive van is probably the kind of the ultimate overland vehicle. That's why you see so much van life stuff. But I do like the truck, and I like the versatility of the truck. That's one of the things. If you buy a van, you're stuck with as big as that van is. I can take the topper off that truck, and I could put another camper on the back, or I can load whatever I want in there, and I'm not restricted by that. So that's the nice thing about the truck. Trucks are generally going to be cheaper if you're looking for something that's four-wheel drive, like legit four-wheel drive. You know, a truck is going to be cheaper, and there's a whole lot more of them out there. So the truck is nice just because it's easier to deal with on a day, you know, as far as that aspect goes. But which one I like better, it just kind of depends on what you're doing. The van's super chill. There's a different vibe to the van, but the truck is going to get me much farther in many different places that the van wouldn't be able to go, or places that I wouldn't be willing to take the van. So there's that aspect of it too. Irish Mac, where's the next overnight? Not sure, dude. I actually went out on Monday to film a video for tomorrow. And I found a really cool like historical thing, but we're just gonna have to save that. I'm gonna put that video and put that footage in the vault because I went to a campsite that I've been to before and fully expected to be open. I needed electric because I was gonna cook something that I had to have electricity for, and the gates were locked. And I think it was just because we had that recent snow and they didn't want to plow it out. And then I went to I went to 3 different spots and I couldn't find a spot and it was dark. And I was just like, huh, I hit up the homie Kyle and I was like, can I count on getting the truck stuff done that we wanted to get done so I could use that for tomorrow's video? And he said we could. So I went home, scrapped that one. I usually don't give up, but there was nowhere that I could go there. I would have had to drive over an hour away in order to find somewhere where I could probably camp at, and it was going to be well after dark, and I was like, whatever. So I don't know where the next one's going to be. I'm just rambling at this point. AJ Tudes, we're supposed to get a little bit of rain maybe this weekend, but that's it. All right. So I don't know if this was just ordered or if this was from this company. I don't know. Hey, Quady, I thought you might like this. Rob from Rob Kronk. Dinner party pack. 1 jar in 1 box. I think this is actually like spicy pasta sauce or something. So we've got a box of pasta. And there's something in here. What is this? Pasta Daily Spicy Hot Tomato Oil Sauce and Dipping Oil. This Gooch. Holy hell. Cheers, Gooch. Go buy yourself an electric blanket and take your wife to a nice steak dinner. Holy shit. Thank you, Gooch. Cheers. All right. Dang. All right. Warning, may cause uncontrollable cravings. Let's read this. Gooch, man, I can't believe it, dude. Cheers. Thank you, Gooch. All right. Slightly sweet, slightly spicy. Shake or stir well. I don't want to, I want to kind of save this for the video, actually. But it says, toss it on pasta, drag your bread through it, or spoon it over eggs in the morning. Enjoyed for over 30 years in our family. An owned and operated restaurant, Pastas of Armory Square in Syracuse, New York. Dude, I'm stoked on that. That looks crazy good. We're gonna have to try that. I know somebody's asked me to make spaghetti in a video, and I don't think I've ever done that. So maybe this will be the next one. We'll see. That looks tasty. Well, thank you, Rob. I appreciate it. This stuff's, I love stuff like this because this is like, I would never have heard of this company before. I would never see this here available locally. Like that's I love that about this whole thing is that I see and I can try stuff that I would never even know exists. And that's cool. Thank you. Whew. Gooch, man. Thank you, Gooch. Jason, it's kind of a soft plastic. I'm pretty sure this was sent into the channel, and I think it came off Amazon. But it is the Boof Cup. It's known as the Boof Cup. Oh, music vibes. I should shotgun a beer. We've already done that once. I do have to. I guess we're out of this one. I don't know if I have another Coors Light in here. I don't know if I want to shotgun one of these. I suppose I could. Dang, dude. Gooch, appreciate it, Gooch. It's Christmas at the Quady's. Do some shots. Good golly. Any plans for hiking and hammock camping? One of your favorite videos from last year. We'll definitely get out and do some more of that. I'd honestly I want to do some motorcycle hammock camping because in the proper time of year and I can take that hammock, like you really don't have to take much else with you. I broke both of the dang cots that I have. So that larger cot that I've used in videos, I broke a leg on that. I ended up throwing it away. And the smaller cot that I have that folds down into that bag, I broke one of the legs and I haven't, I feel like I might be able to buy a part for that. But otherwise, I broke that at the abandoned house, packing it up. But shotgun the purple gin. No. Woo. Definitely no for that one. Shannon Crook, you said you didn't like RVs. What about tiny houses? It's not that I don't like RVs. It's like I don't have anywhere I could park one right now. If I had an RV, I'd love to rent an RV or borrow one or something. Like I got nothing against RVs. I don't want to have an RV that requires you to like camp in parks that are consistently busy. So sometimes when you get something that big, it's harder to find places where you're not around everybody. But yeah, no, RVs, there's nothing wrong with an RV. My wife would love like a big driving RV. Maybe someday. Yeah, Joseph, RVs get terrible mileage. My cousin has one. He's got a big, like the bus size RV. Maybe I just need to be like, bro, you gotta let me borrow that one of these nights. I probably rent it from him. We'll see, dude. Maybe I need to do that. I never really thought about asking him. I don't like asking people to borrow their stuff. Uh, Matt, cheers, Matt. Kind of feel like I gotta pee, but maybe we'll drink another beer. Dylan, what's the model year on your silver bike? The bigger one with like the fairing and the bags. Because they're both, I guess one's silver and one's gray. The silver bike, the big bike, is a 2012 Harley Davidson Dyna FLD switchback. So it's the Dyna chassis. It came with the hard bags on it, but it came with a windshield. I had the fairing put on and painted. It's a Memphis Shades fairing. There's nothing on the inside of the fairing. So it's not like a stereo fairing or anything. Justin, there's books about like everything's bad if you don't want to like it. Uh, RV's not going to get good mileage, but I mean, it'd be fun. Like, I don't know if I would personally buy one unless you got a really good deal on it. And my cousin owns a body shop. Like, he probably got a good deal on that thing that he bought. Uh, but I don't know. It all depends on your situation. Like, it'd be fun. Like, there's no denying how fun it would be. One of my family members that lives in Oregon, he worked for years for a coach building company that built those type of campers, and they built tour buses. And like my wife would know, but I think he built Kenny Chesney's tour bus. Dude like ran the shop. Like maybe it was Kenny Chesney or Garth Brooks. I don't know. Some crazy famous, like he's done crazy stuff. Or maybe it was, I don't even know. Anyways, like I'd love to have one, but I can't afford it. Don't think they're like $1 million, y'all. Like a new big bus style RV is easily $250,000. I mean, a new full size van that's 4-wheel drive, like the brand new Ford Transit Trail for a big Alan Jackson. My it'd be my uncle, yeah. On my wife's side, built Alan Jackson's last tour bus. Maybe not the last one, but one of them. Uh, but what were we talking about? I completely lost my train of thought when she said that. Oh, vans. A full-size van that's 4-wheel drive is 70 grand. Like it's crazy. The truck was half that price for a new truck. That's 4-wheel drive. Has a locker. Like it's not an all-wheel drive van with 6 inches of ground clearance. Jeanette, cheers, Jeanette. Savage Gravy, yeah, price of a large van, yeah. A full-size, long wheelbase, high roof Ford Transit Trail, easy 70K, probably 80. And then you got to do your conversion. Like you still got to do everything to it. So that's the downside of a new van is like they're just nobody I feel like makes a high quality. None of the dealers make none of the not dealers, none of the manufacturers make a high quality 4-wheel drive van. They're all like all-wheel drive bias. The ground clearance isn't great. So there's the downsides of a new van. I mean, you could definitely buy a 2-wheel drive Chevy because the current Chevy body style is basically the same body style from 1996. Like there's body styles forever, like Foresty's van, and then you can take it to Quigley, or there's a couple other companies out there and have a legit 4-wheel drive system put in them, but that's like 10 grand. So it's just like that's one of the bummers about modern vans is there's really nothing great that's available at a decent price in a 4-wheel drive in a base model kind of thing like a truck would be. Slaughter Blues, yeah, Foresty's van is great. Like that's probably like that's like top 10 probably Overland rig. Like he doesn't have a high roof on there. A high roof or a mid-rise roof would be nice, but like full-size van, legitimate 4-wheel drive. He's got a wood stove in the damn thing. It's great. It's got lots of windows, like perfect van. Shannon. Cheers, Shannon. Thank you for the donation. Philip, haven't been to an amusement park in a while. The last one I think was what is it, Santa Cruz, California, where they filmed the Lost Boys at. That was before the videos, but I've been out there where they filmed the Lost Boys at the merry-go-round. I rode that thing. All right. We've had a couple drinks. I got to go to the bathroom, but we've still got like a few packages over here. Give me a second. All right. Quarter pissing. Little do you know, I'm using the pee jug somebody sent in on the last live. No, there's a bathroom right over there. But if you watch the last live, I did get a legitimate pee jug from somebody in the mail, and I have put it to use, and it did work. I didn't think putting that in the video and giving it a review was probably the smartest choice. But there you go. Tyler S., man. Cheers. Thank you. Tom, I'd love to get over there. I honestly, I don't have a passport. So right now, can't do it. Rex, no, you definitely got to dump that out. Normally, I would use, that's why I usually I have a couple of Coors with a lid on it. The screw-in lid, you can get like the 16-ounce bottles with the screw-on lid, or you get a pop bottle that's got a lid, or you got a Gatorade bottle. And you can dump that out and just throw the bottle away. But this thing, I got to make sure I dump it out and rinse it out. Darren, cheers, Darren. Thank you for the donation. Slaughter Blues. What are we talking about? What did I pay for what? What kind of deal Steve got on that tiny? Oh, dude, a Scamp would be rad. There was a guy running around in a Scamp, wasn't it? Slim Potato Head also had a Scamp. Yeah, Steve hasn't used that Scamp in a while. I'd love to get one, but it's like 90% of the time you see ads for those, I feel like the ads are scams. But a little Scamp trailer would be cool. There was U-Haul. If you didn't know that, U-Haul used to have a tiny little fiberglass trailer like that you could rent from them, and they're like super rare to find. But there's a couple other companies. There's Bowler had tiny little fiberglass trailers like that too. There's another company there's some companies I think that are reproducing those. If you wanted a larger fiberglass one, there's a company out there now called Oliver that's a full fiberglass trailer like that. But those are pricey. But Oliver trailers are really nice. Oliver campers. All right, let's pop open another one. Barry Toller out of Florida. It's a personal package. Dang old dang. Sammy P. Cheers, Sammy. Thank you for the donation. Cheers, Kim. Kim, thank you for the donation. Sentry allotted. Sometimes that happens. You got to really learn how to control your stream. And if you have a pee jug and that's what you're using, and I know this isn't always the nicest thing to talk about, sometimes you just got to dump it out every time you use it because you can't rely on that thing being big enough for one full pee. But I guess it's the ease of being a man. You can easily use a bottle. Can't complain too much about that. Is there a note in here? No. Some of these scare me sometimes. I don't know what's gonna be in here that I'm gonna end up pulling out. Looks like some coffee. That's coffee. Oh, some Black Rifle Cactus Squatch. Check that out. That's rad. We recently had some Black Rifle coffee. Your search for an elusive great roast has ended. That looks good, dude. Thank you. No note in here, but appreciate it. Was it Barry? Yeah, Barry. We'll give that a whirl for sure. Cactus Squatch. He's got this full-on night vision going on. There you go. Somebody asked earlier what you want. Give me some military issue night vision goggles. What are those, like 30 grand? Dark roast, it's good. I'm excited to try it. That looks cool. Like they definitely did a good job on the branding on that one. I've had a few Black Rifle coffees. I think we've tried like 3 or 4 of them on the channel for sure. Yeah, Slaughter Blues. See, that's great branding. Gunnar Thomas, open George Thomas package next. Did you send something? Let's see if I got it down here. We've got this one. There's 6 more to go down there, but I'll open this one for you, Gunner, and check it out. Sammy P 2024 goal is to become a coffee drinker. If depending on your age, like if you've never had coffee before, it's going to be hard. I feel like coffee is kind of one of those things same as like beer to some people, where it's like if you don't start younger and when you're not supposed to be drinking it, you might not enjoy it ever. This is an actual Christmas package. All right. Well, there we go. Haven't had anything with wrapping paper on it in a while. Hot Santa rocks. Oh, it's hot sauce. More hot sauce. So it looks like there's like a 6-pack of hot sauce in there. Thank you, Gunner. Feel the fire, packing heat, North Pole pepper. There's branding. Smoke Show bourbon, hunky garlic habanero, and smoking sun. We're going to be eating a lot of hot sauce. Thank you. Don't want to knock over my empty can. Rex 5150. And I feel like January lasted forever, but I also feel like it was over immediately. I don't know. But I also know that I disassociate with reality and time on a very regular basis. So it is what it is. Slaughter Blue spicy coffee. I'm sure there's a spicy coffee out there. I don't know if I would enjoy that. Like I've had, what did I try? Like there was a jalapeno beer. Not a fan of that. But then there's been like, I don't know, it's you get it in like tall boys. It's not a chelada, but there's like is it a Modelo, like a pina picante or something? That's good. It's like a spicy pineapple drink or something. It really depends. Like, but I feel like drinking spicy stuff isn't as good as eating spicy stuff. Micah, I've had Death Wish a few times. No coffee in the beer. Hot sauce creamer. Y'all are getting crazy. Chris, plans for the missus for Valentine's Day. We've got a trip coming up. So we'll probably go out to dinner. I'll buy her a card. But we've got a trip coming up soon. It was her birthday last week. So we're doing a birthday trip coming up. And it's something she planned. So it's we're spending some time in places that I wouldn't typically spend time in and do things that I wouldn't typically do. But we're going to like one of the biggest quilting towns in the United States. So I'm going to spend a few days walking around quilt shops with my wife. What's up, Todd? JR, we've been married. What year is it? 13 years. This year will be 14 years since 2010. But we've known each other since 2001. Ernie, maybe if I go to like a Super Bowl party, but on my own, I won't watch a Super Bowl. I'm not a football guy, like sports ball in general. I don't really follow any sports ball. And honestly, the fact that it's like you get on Facebook and no matter what you follow, even if you don't follow football, you're getting football stuff shoved down your throat because Taylor Swift is now involved. It's more annoying to me than anything. So it's like, I hope they both lose. It's just, it is what it is. Anna, we'll have to watch tomorrow's video. There'll be a new video tomorrow night, and it might be lifted. It might be. Lon, I might sew myself. The sewing machine is sitting right there. My wife has got the sewing machine out. We went and looked at more material. We were going to buy some, and then the place we were at didn't have enough. So it's now like I got to either order it or I got to go to 5 stores to buy curtains that I can cut up. So it is whatever, but we're going to knock that out really quick. I want to knock out the curtains. I want to knock out the bed build and like a new side cabinet and paint and maybe a couple other small outside things that we'll have yet to talk about because I don't know if I'm going to be able to do it. But we're going to knock out a bunch of that stuff very quickly. Tim, yes, we're probably going to do that this weekend. Fingers crossed that happens. TJ, I have not watched the TED show yet. I would like to, but I have not watched the TV show. I thought they were releasing it like one episode at a time, but somebody said earlier that they released the entire series. So I might have to get Paramount for for a month or whatever, pay for it for a month so I can watch that. And the lights, yes, we'll get lights up. Definitely need lights. See, that's the thing. I almost like I kind of waited to the point. One, I've been trying to wait to do anything in there because we're gonna have to take it off to paint it. So it's taking more stuff out. And then if I had curtains hung, I'm not sure when we go to paint it because my cousin's gonna help me do it. He owns a body shop. I don't know if he's gonna want to remove the windows. If I have to pull the windows, then I have to pull the curtains off. And so it's almost smarter to just not do any of that stuff prior to paint. So, and I've been waiting to paint it. Just, I'm trying to stack up a couple months worth of paychecks because I've blown like between the van last year. I bought that dirt bike, which I don't know how many of you have seen that video. And then, the truck with the down payment on a new truck. I now have a monthly payment and the insurance and all that kind of crap. I spent a lot of money last year on this stuff, which I'm thankful that I have the opportunity to do. But I definitely have spent the last couple of months trying to not spend any money and put money back in the bank account. So we've got other stuff that we need to get done. But Allison, we film as much as we can. Ernie, we're not selling it. Matt, cheers, Matt. Thank you for the donation. We are not selling the Chevy. That I hope to never sell that. I hope it stays nice and drivable once we get it running again. If not, I will park that thing and I will watch it rust into the ground. It's not getting sold. And hopefully, like I've got some ideas for when we bring that back and resurrect it. We'll see. I hope to get it going again this summer, but I don't want to guarantee that because I really am kind of focused on this other truck. I would also like to get the van back where it needs to be. The rigid bike, the chopper needs some welding work, some exhaust work done on it. The other bike needs new exhaust put on it. So I've got other projects too. So honestly, the Silverado might sit for another year. Right now it's in my driveway and it's annoying me, and I've left it there to annoy me so that we get it going again. But right now, like I don't know anybody with a car trailer big enough that I could use. So I'd have to pay for a tow, and where I would tow it to store it, and then where I would tow it to fix it. It's going to cost me $1,000 round trip, and I'm not going to pay $1,000 round trip to store that thing somewhere. So it is what it is. Tim, yeah, maybe we'll get that boat too. Yeah. Ernie, no, the bikes will never be sold. I hate selling things. Might sell the boat. But other than that, nothing is ever going to be sold. Yeah, I'd sell my new truck before I sold any of the old stuff because I don't own the new truck. The bank owns the new truck. I own everything else. I hate payments, but it is what it is. We've already played Ted once, but we can play him one more time. But I might sell the boat, yes. Because I could definitely use that space in the storage unit for the trailer that's taking up space in my driveway. And I know I don't use the boat enough. And I would like a pontoon boat, to be blunt, but I don't have anywhere to store it. So, anyways.
Oh, fuck that. It's been 4 years, Johnny. You and me have been together for 27 years. Where's my ring? Huh? Where's my ring, asshole? Where's my ring, motherfucker? Put it on my fuzzy finger, you fuck. Come on.
There you go. Tyler S. Yes, I'd prefer to camp on the boat first. I've been talking to somebody actually about selling that. The goal was to get it going in the spring, which it's not going to be very much longer because I think all the lakes are going to open back up. They're probably going to have to put new batteries in it and clean the car, but get the boat going again, use it a handful of times, and then get rid of it. And wait until I can buy something that's better suitable to be slept on, like a cabin cruiser or maybe a sailboat, or get something like a pontoon boat that you could just set up a tent on, or you can get the little enclosure made. That's all years in the future. Like I don't have anywhere I could store anything like that. So is what it is. Jay, what's the favorite fish to catch? I mean, I like crappies just because they taste good. Crappie and walleye are fun. I know a lot of people hate carp, but carp are one hell of a fight. They are an amazing fish to catch. I don't know, like bass is whatever. I'd prefer to catch a smallmouth over a largemouth. I think largemouth are just really overplayed, although that's what the tournaments are for mostly. Uh, Catfishing is fun. Catfish, I mean, you can get some big fish. I've never caught a really big catfish. I think my biggest catfish is like 11 pounds. So I need to definitely step that game up because there's 50 or 60 pounders in the river over here. So, but I would love to catch a peacock bass. So I have to go like Florida. I'd love to catch a shark. So obviously can't do that in Nebraska. I would love to catch one of the huge river sturgeon from like I don't even know what the river is, but like a giant, one of the 15 or 20-foot sturgeons would be amazing to catch. Like, go down to the ocean and catch a giant grouper would be cool. Although I think that might be illegal. Like, there's a lot of stuff that I want to do, and I look at stuff like that, and I look at charter trips, and it's just like I gotta be able to make the math work to stay doing this stuff. So sometimes it just doesn't work out. But we're gonna do more fishing, probably swordfish, tarpon. Like, tarpon would be amazing. There's so many fish that I want to catch, and like God, what is it? Is it South America? Like to go down to like South America and fish on some of the river systems would be crazy because there's just wild fish in there. Uh, what like a Wells catfish? A Wells catfish would be cool because I think they just look wild and they're giant. Like there's so many cool fish out there. Eel pout. I'd love to go catch an eel pout. I could probably go far enough north to do that. Marlin would be cool. Ernie, a big goldfish would be cool. There's some ponds around that have giant goldfish, and we're not talking koi or like carp or anything like that. We're talking big goldfish. Trout is fun, but God, when was the last time I caught a brown trout? I think the last brown trout I caught was tiny. There's a video of it. I think there's a playlist. It's like very shortly after I started the channel, probably one of the first like camping runs I went on. I think I called it the Rockies Run. I think there's a playlist called the Rockies Run with like 3 videos. And that was like probably within the first 6 months of me starting to upload regularly. Next camping trip, I'm not exactly sure yet, but we'll have a video out tomorrow. I kind of got to pee again, but get that box out of the way. All right. I broke the seal. I have a belt on, which is pushing against my bladder. And I got to go to the bathroom. So I'm going to go pee. And we got 6 more packages down here to open up. See, I've never eaten carp, but there's a place around here that's like famous for cooking it. So we might have to go to that place and eat it. I don't know if I'd try it myself. I'd screw it up. Robert Thompson, Lake of the Woods is for rookies. Yeah, but There's one of the guide companies I've worked with a couple of times that's on Lake of the Woods right now with sleeper shacks that I could rent. I was talking to him today, so we'll see. But that's like $1,000 round trip. So depends on what I got to pay to paint the topper, to be blunt. All right, let's pop another one open. This must be from Spotted Dog Company. I'd try smoked carp. I think smoked carp would be good. As long as there isn't a bunch of bones in it and it's prepared right. Like, people have been eating carp forever. Oh, that's a beer glass. Check that out. Oh, check that out. Might be hard to see it, but it said CrazyQuady right there. And on the back, it says, see you in a bit. Can you see that? Feel like I should use this, but I feel like it should be washed first. Although, doesn't alcohol kill the germs? We'll just use it. Can't not use it, right? John, would I try noodling? I've gone back and forth on that. I would go on a noodling guided trip, because if you're going on a guided trip, usually your guide is going to feel in the hole and feel for the fish first. If I say I had like phobia of something, it would probably be water that I can't see the bottom of, and being in a creek or a river that you're definitely not going to be able to see the bottom of, and then shoving your hand in a hole hoping that you're going to pull out a catfish sounds somewhat terrifying, because I think there's something in there that's just going to eat my entire arm once I stick it in there. It like gives me the feeling like that you get when you turn all the basement lights off and run up the steps or whatever. You know what I'm saying? So I would try it. 100% would try it, but I would not do that by myself. The guide is going to stick his hand in there. The guide is going to verify that's a fish, and I'll reach it and grab it, and I'll let it bite my hand. But like, I don't need some snapping turtle taking a couple of my fingers. All right, let's try this. Joseph, keep the politics out of here. Talking about politics in here right now is incredibly lame. I don't care what your views are. Personally, I think that everybody in Washington is pretty much an idiot. So no matter what side of the line you choose to associate yourself with, but you can keep politics out of here. All right. We'll try this glass. Doesn't smell bad. Robbie, we filmed some videos in Kansas. There's a video called like Trippy Kansas Mushrooms, where I went to, Mushroom Rock State Park, where it's like the mushrooms or whatever, but the pea smells delicious. Oh, asparagus. I've had asparagus in a few videos. It's been a while though. I'll grill it, but that's about all I do. I've never hunted wild asparagus. There we go. You can probably read that a little bit better now. See you in a bit. I got a few drops on my table. I've never been bothered camping. Smoke them. Like, I've talked to people. Like, I have no problem talking to people, but I've never been like harassed or anything at a campsite. As happy as I look on here, I probably look like an asshole 90% of the time, with just some scowl on my face and got a bunch of tattoos and probably smoking a cigar, and they just don't want to talk to me. But Gordon Ramsay went noodling on an Oklahoma episode. I haven't seen that. I haven't watched Gordon Ramsay much. I mean, I know who he is. If I'm gonna watch a chef and watch somebody talk about food, I'm watching Anthony Bourdain. Anthony Bourdain is 10 times who Gordon Ramsay could ever hope to be. And Gordon Ramsay can at me. Like, I'll go fight Gordon Ramsay. Yeah, Anthony Bourdain was, and his shows were all great too. Gunflint Trail entry points on BWCA. Field notes. I got a real notebook. I wrote that down. Yeah, R.I.P. Anthony. All right. Let's pop this one open. Robbie, loving the new truck. Loving the new truck. This is from Nancy out of Kentucky. Anthony, you watch me for my cooking tips? I guess I should take that as a compliment. I don't feel like I'm a good cook by any stretch of the imagination, but I'm willing to try pretty much anything. So that's different. Who keeps? Oh, all right. What we got, Nancy? What is this? Packing material. What is this? Hello, Mike. I sent you a full set of utensils. I think you'll be able to use them on your camping trips. The fork I sent you last year didn't match this set. Still have an extra fork. The matching small zipper bag has an extra tool in it too. Enjoy and safe travels, Nancy from Kentucky. P.S. I printed this note since my cursive writing was hard for you to read. I can read cursive, but it had been a long time since I had read cursive, since I believe she sent in the last note. Matt, cheers, Matt. You should create your own beer, Quady's IPA. IPAs make me sneeze. An IPA would probably be the last beer I would make. I'd make a stout before an IPA. But cheers. Got ourselves a cooking utensil kit. Oh, that's nice. There we go. Full on utensil kit. I don't know if I got anything like that before. What is that for? What is that for? I don't know if I've seen that. I mean, it's not just like a butter knife. What is that? Huh. Sneezy IPA. There you go. TJ, new video out tomorrow. They may already be on the truck. There we go. And there's a little thing in here with something in it. Oh, a little corkscrew. We'll have to get some wine, dude. I don't drink much wine. I guess it is a bottle opener also. But there's a Quady winery out of Madera. I think Madera, California. I don't think I've ever drank any Quady wine on the videos. I do have a bottle upstairs, but we aren't breaking that thing open. I'm not a wine guy, but... What's up, Kevin? Oh, yeah. Kevin's the one that's been messaging. I'm on the group message. Kevin, since you're in here, Where did that come from and how old is it? That came from Kevin. Thank you, Nancy. I appreciate the utensils and the bottle opener and the bag. It's very nice. I appreciate the bag. Very nice. Austin. Cheers, Austin. This must just be packing. Yeah, that's just packing material. All right. Thank you, Nancy. Wait for Kevin. Which what? Kevin, the inflatable deer head right there. That came from you, right? That came from Chicago. Somebody asked earlier if that was real. And I thought it was like 20 years old. Oh. Kevin, I've been drinking. Cheers, Kevin. Good night, Robert. All right, let's get to another one of these. All right, this is from a mom and son, William and Kay, out of Oak Harbor, Ohio. Basically real, yes. Did you wrestle it back down with your bare hands? Jess said she'd pay to see that. Maybe we got to find a spot where you can wrestle a deer, Kevin. All right. Where do I open this at? Easily 03, 04. Yeah, that's old. For it to still be holding air, that's awesome. Killed it with nothing sharp. Yeah, you had to choke it out. Put it in a headlock. Whispered it sweet nothings and told it to go to sleep. I did it. Took it down with a 30-06. All right, we gotta see if there's a note in here. Oh, there's a note. Actual dang old card. Make my wife jealous. Wishing you, it's a Christmas gift. Some of these must have came in after Christmas. Wishing you a world of peace this holiday season. Merry Christmas and Happy New Year. Bill and Jen. So we've got a hat that says Toledo Mud Hens. Check that out. It's kind of cool. Like, looks retro. Taylor Lindsay. Cheers, Taylor. About to shotgun. Cheers. Cheers, Taylor. We shotgunned one earlier. Oh, so they must be from the Toledo area. We've got a t-shirt. Toledo Walleye. So the Toledo Mud Hens and the Toledo Walleye. Here we go. What do we got in here? Pyro Drew, I can't complain. Sometimes it's weird, but the thought of it. But it is amazing. I remember growing up, like writing. I wrote fan letters, like fan mail letters to bands, asking them to come play in my small town because nobody would come there. Nobody ever did. But like, I wrote a letter to Green Day when I was probably. When did the Dookie album come out? 95? I was probably like 10 years old writing fan mail to bands. What is this? Bunsters. Oh my God, Bunsters shit the bed hot sauce. That sounds terrible. we'll give it a shot. It's like a champagne bottle. Made in Australia from at least 70% Australian ingredients. The main ingredient is orange juice. That sounds interesting. And I like the bottle. I think the bottle's cool. It's glass. It says hot sauce, 12 out of 10. All right, we'll have to give that a shot. Thank you. We'll go ahead. Don't look at my dirty hair. I'm getting really gray, y'all. Look at that. I need a haircut. There we go. Leave the sticker on because we're balling. R.I.P. the back of the new truck. Well, thank you for this. I appreciate it. We'll try the sauce, dude. I've got a lot of hot sauce to try. Well, just like we're just gonna have to have sauce in every single video we do. Yeah, that's a name to give your sauce. Shit the bed. I have done it before. Maybe that's why somebody sent it in, because we talked about that. Was it on the last live stream or the live stream before that? Maybe. Yeah, thank you for the hat. I appreciate it. Lon. Well, I'll be 40 this year. I think, yeah, I don't feel old, but it's like I am now at that age of like when I was 15, when I was looking at people, I'm like, they're old. And now I'm like, bro, you have no idea how young you are. Matt, cheers, Matt. I don't know if we'll get on next Friday, but thank you for the donation. Yeah, the big 4-0 coming up this year. Discombobulated. That's awesome. It's things like that though. Like you hear about the music, and it's like, man, I wish I would have been alive at that time. Like I wish I would have loved to see the original lineup of Pantera. I know they're going to be touring again, but Dimebag isn't there, so it's like I don't feel old, but sometimes my back and my neck and my knees feel old, and this broken leg feels old or whatever. But like mentally, I'm still that same dipshit, like 15, 16-year-old kid. I feel like 90% of the time. Maybe we're 18 in my head, but it's like, I don't know. I just remember being old, and maybe you guys can feel the same way, but like when you're like 15 years old and you're looking at people, you remember looking people that were 40 and you were like, man, these guys are old. And we're not. Like I'm not old, but I'm getting a lot of gray hair, I'll tell you that. Saltwater action would be cool. Pyro Drew, yeah, keep it up. I was probably a little bit older than that before I got my shit together. Deborah, wise. There you go. That's the correct way to put it. I have no problem with the gray hair. Like I think I'd rather just all be gray right now. I need a haircut, but I either just buzz it off or I let it grow forever. Ambry, cheers, Ambry. Thank you. Ambry is the homie from years ago. Ambry, we filmed like what was it? The Blair Witch. There's like if there's any chance you have that VHS tape stuff somewhere, I need that. We'll put that out on the internet. But cheers, Ambry. Ambry's the homie from 15 years old when I was looking at 40-year-olds like you're old. Cheers, Ambry. Thanks for hanging out. Taylor, cheers, Taylor. Thank you for the donation. Yeah, Ambry, if you still got that tape sitting around anywhere of that Blair Witch nonsense we filmed, I need that. I need a copy of that. I think that would, like, I can remember like 2 things I filmed with friends, and that's one of them. The other one I know doesn't exist anymore. All right, let's get into another one here. This is from Kevin out of Austin, Texas. Ooh. I have a feeling this is going to be hot sauce. There's no note in here. Oh, maybe there's a note in here. Definitely some hot sauce. All right, what do we got? Hey, CrazyQuady, I found a pretty mild hot sauce at Freebird's World Burrito Shop in Austin, Texas. Hope you like it. I did. Cheers, Kevin Thomas. Freebird's Death Sauce. He says it's mild, legendary flavor. This unique blend of arbol chilies and habanero pepper is sure to fire up your taste buds. Surefire way to wake up your taste buds. That looks tasty. Taylor Lindsay, cheers, Taylor. Yeah, it was shortly after it came out. So we were hanging out some night. Somebody had a video camera. It might have been Ambry's, and we started filming this. We just started filming, and we were in some trees, and we started like reenacting the Blair Witch Project, which had just come out, I think. And wasn't that like 96, 98, 98, probably 98, something like that. But yeah. That would be an amazing piece of video. That would be the oldest video I would have of myself, probably. We didn't, like, growing up, we didn't have a camcorder or anything. My family didn't. So, like, there's no old videos of me. I don't know if anybody in my family had something like that. But that would be amazing to have. Yeah, anybody that says it's mild is lying. Who knows? We'll try it. That looks like a tasty sauce. Like what was the other one? Like some asshole shit the bed? I think I'd try the death sauce before shit the bed. Pickup Town, you still look at 40-year-olds like they're old. I feel like I'm a terrible judge of age. Like I feel like the older I've got, the harder it's for me to judge age, because I look at people and like I've got nieces and nephews that are in their 20s, and I'm like, they look like 15-year-olds. They look like 15-year-olds that are trying to look like a 20-year-old, and I'm like, I don't know how old anybody is. But anyways, thank you for the sauce. Appreciate it, Kevin. Thank you. Yeah, I've got family that I'm like, that are they're in their 20s, and I'm like, you guys look like a bunch of 15-year-olds to me. Lon, cheers, Lon. Thanks for hanging out. Yeah, I don't want to keep you up too late on a Wednesday. Nerve echo. If I shave and I cut my hair off, I definitely look a lot younger. I think most people that I know would probably say the same thing. Like, I don't know. I feel like maybe I look more closer to 40 now than I ever did, but I mean, like my beard is terrible. It's not thick. Like I don't feel like, I don't know. I don't feel 40. Nancy, more boxes. All right. We got 2 left. We got 2 left. This one is from Rachel and Leonard out of Lowell, Arkansas. Ryan Dietz, did I try the bomb? I think I've had that. I think I did try that. Gentleman drunkard, here's the start for the antacid fund. Cheers. I really don't have a problem with heartburn. I don't. It's very, very rare that I get heartburn, but there's certain things like I know if I drink too much Gatorade's giving me heartburn. But like I can usually down all the crappy food that I want and all the hot sauce that I want, and I don't have an issue. Taylor Lindsay, thank you for that. I appreciate it. Mid-30s. Let me, cut off this terrible looking beard and all this hair. And maybe I'll look 29. We'll just tell him I'm 29. We've got more in here. What is this? Ooh, look at that. I think this is just packing. JC Penney's. I ain't been to Penny's in a while. There's no note. Maybe there's a note in here or something. I can tell you what this is already. We're going to have to use this maybe on the next video. Actually, like there's already video for tomorrow, but we'll use this on the next camping video. We've got some Ozark Beer Company. It's an IPA with a moose on it. So it's probably going to make me sneeze, but we'll save these for a video for sure. Ozark Beer Company, American Pale Ale. I'll have to throw those in the fridge. All right, here's a note. We've got a note right here. Hello again, Quady. Sent the 2 beers and stickers last time. It's not illegal. I made sure. Haha. I thought it was illegal to send beers in the mail like this. Here's 2 brewed in Rogers, Arkansas, the town I was born and raised in. Hope you enjoy. Keep up the great videos. We never miss them and watch them all. Take care, Rachel and Leonard. P.S. Congrats on 100,000 subs. Definitely need to do a Buc-ee's video. We'll camp at a Buc-ee's for sure. But we've got some more stuff in here. Ho ho hot sauce. That's a hot sauce Christmas ornament. We might just leave that one. I've got a lot of sauces. This might go on the tree next year. I think that is going to be an official Christmas ornament on my tree. What else do we got in here? We've got a Sasquatch sticker from Lowell, Arkansas. We got more hot sauce. Melinda's fire roasted garlic and habanero pepper sauce. That looks tasty. Focus camera. Make me want to punch you. Tell you what. Can't focus, but that looks tasty. Oh, there's a couple of them. Melinda's black truffle. Ooh, that looks good. Black truffle hot sauce. I have some of the truff hot sauce upstairs that my brother-in-law gave me. It's very tasty. Taylor Lindsay. Man, I tried to fish on Sabine River and didn't get a bite last week. I'm thinking it might be too cold, even though it's not that bad out here in Texas. I mean, the weather swings have been crazy, and the fish are going to feel that. They definitely feel the pressures. They move a lot with the water temperatures, but you just got to keep trying. I say that as I haven't fished in feel like forever, but cheers, Taylor. Thank you for the donation. And that's that. What do we got? We got a Buc-ee sticker. There we go. and just a little keychain light. Who's gonna have the seizure first? Who's gonna have the seizure first? Yeah, this hot sauce looks tasty. Man, we got a lot of hot sauce. I feel like we need to do like a hot sauce mukbang where we try like 5 or 10 of them in one single video or something, because I got a lot of sauces to get through, y'all. But I appreciate it. I'm sure my wife is going to enjoy that, but we're going to officially keep that as a Christmas ornament for a long time. And we're definitely going to try the beers on the next one. I appreciate it. Stickers, more stickers. Thank you. Try to shit the bed, just a dab. We'll try it. We'll try it, but we might have to do a hot sauce mukbang. Thank you, Rachel and Leonard. I appreciate it. We got one more package to open, but man, I opened the floodgates. I gotta pee again. Maybe that's where I'm getting old, is I gotta pee every 10 minutes, I feel like. 45 is where stuff goes downhill. Certain days I can definitely feel like my bones in the weather, like feeling, I don't know. It takes longer to recover from camp sessions and things like that. 100%. Kelvin could definitely come have a hot sauce mukbang with me. You just let me know the time, homie. The wife told me that from upstairs. She's reading the comments. But Kelvin, yeah, man, anytime you want to go on a hot sauce eating adventure, dude, there's probably 20 bottles of unopened sauce down here, and there's an easy 20 open bottles in my fridge that you have not tried. In fact, that number is going to get way bigger because, like, this one's been sitting over here that my niece gave me, and there's 20 bottles of hot sauce in that thing. So we've got a lot of sauce, y'all. I feel like hot sauce mukbang is the only way we're gonna ever get through like half of this stuff. But hot one style video with the hot sauce, that's a good idea. You could participate with us. Maybe we get like 3 or 4 dudes and we just all try them out. I don't know. Ryan, do I get to KC much? Haven't been down there in a little while. Excuse me. I had some family. I do still have some family down there. So we used to go down there a lot more when I was a kid. But God, I've been to. What are the parks out there? It's not It's not Adventureland. That's in Iowa. What's the amusement park in Kansas City? Worlds of Fun. So I've done Worlds of Fun and Oceans of Fun, not on video, but I've been there. There's a steamboat museum from one that they found in a field, just like one of the previous ones I filmed, but this one's down in Kansas. I want to get back down there for that. Me and my wife went down there for a trip once, and we ran into something called the Fire and Ice Festival. I think that's what it was called. Just stumbled upon that. That was rad, but I haven't been down there in a while. Woo, Daywalker, yeah. We can definitely do a hot sauce mukbang. We'll have to figure something out. Brian Dietz, bring the van. Let's mod it. What you got like a 6'2" for me? Mike Amy, why did I go with Ford? Aluminum body, no rust. The aluminum body had a huge factor in my decision because yes, the Silverado is very crusty under the plastic. Um, the 5.0, like I don't care. Like I'm comparing to Chevy just because that's what I had. But like if you're trying to compare that to the 5.3, 6.0, or 6.2, the 5.0 is light years ahead of it simply because it's a what is it, dual overhead cam on each uh each run of cylinders. So like your typical Chevy is a single cam push rod. You're running up to high RPM to get to your horsepower, where the 5.0 with all the cam phasers and the adjustable camshafts and all that nonsense, you're making way more power down low. You're making way more power up top. Um, 10-speed trans, which the Chevys and GMCs and all have. It's the same transmissions. They're all using the same trans or whatever. But yeah, the aluminum body was a huge factor. And to be honest with you guys, and I know this might offend some of you guys out there, but the current body style of Chevys are not good looking. I do not like them. If you like it, it's your thing. That's cool. I don't like the way they look. I think at least the generation of Ford that I have was probably the best looking half ton on the market. And the 250s and 350s are a better looking heavy duty than, GM counterparts. 100%. GM's design game is not on point right now at all. I don't want to shit on anything that you guys are out there driving, but it's all my personal opinion. But Ford's current designs definitely look better than anything GM's putting out. Taylor Lindsay, cheers, Taylor. Yeah, if you guys are out there, hit the like button if you're watching the video, and all that stuff. Mike, Amy, yeah, it's crazy that I think some of the new Chevys might have like aluminum tailgate and maybe an aluminum hood and stuff like that, but I think there's a lot more steel panels on them. So like at this point, if I take care of the frame and everything else that's steel, and I had it oil sprayed or whatever, like it's gonna look a lot nicer for a lot longer. Devin, the F-150, the electric F-150 looks bonkers. So the Lightning, I think they're just cutting down production on that too because they're not selling a lot of them. Like I don't think the truck market is necessarily ready for electric vehicles, considering towing and range issues and all that stuff. They definitely electric, where we're at with the technology and charging, is better suited for short passenger travel and not heavy truck trailering and stuff like that. Maybe the semi stuff that Tesla is doing is different, but as far as like your average consumer, like I don't know if it's ready for that right now. And then your average guy that's going to go out and trailer 5 to 10,000 pounds on a regular basis probably has no desire to buy an electric vehicle, I would say. Or maybe it's just not in the price range. I don't know. Robbie, yeah, joke's on you because the new F-150 5.0s have cylinder deactivation, and I have to run it in sport mode 24/7 in order for not to go into cylinder deactivation. They added that, I think for the 21 plus, all the 5.0s have cylinder deactivation now. Daywalker, oh yeah, like a high range for 40K. Yeah, it's I don't feel like it's there. I think they're cool as shit. Like electric vehicles are fun to drive. I got to drive the Mustang Mach-E, the electric Mustang. Like they're very fun to drive. Would I buy one as a sole mode of transportation and not have a gas powered vehicle? Not yet. I don't think that's there yet. Unless you're in a city center, you don't have to worry about range at all. Taylor, Tesla's garbage. I've had one. Towing is bad. I got a homie with a Tesla and he loves it, but he's not towing stuff anywhere. So it kind of depends on what you're planning to use your vehicle for. Obviously, if I was going to be towing something every day, where every time I went out to do a camping video, I would have justified a diesel at that point, but I don't need it. But I don't know. I think the ideas and everything around electric are cool, but it's definitely in its like first phase of consumer market stuff as far as vehicle goes. It's that technology is not ready for the masses like a gas or diesel engine is. And yeah, like Pickup Town says, the cold weather kills it, kills your range. Um, any kind of towing kills your range. So that's the thing is if you live in a big metro area, by all means, you could definitely get away with an electric vehicle. But like for right now, if I want to go to Walmart, that's like a 40-mile round trip at a minimum, which is not terrible for an electric vehicle. But then you add, it's 10 degrees below zero. You never know where you're going to end up. But yeah, I don't know. It's just that they're not there. Crushed it. EcoBoost would be cool, and I almost considered getting one, but I feel like the longevity of a turbocharged motor is going to be less than a naturally aspirated engine. But if I had an extra 10 grand laying around, I would put a supercharger on my F-150 without a second thought. No hesitation. It'd get a Whipple. All right. Let's get into this one. This is the last one. I don't know. This might actually be the note, but this is from Roger out of Waterloo, Louisiana, Iowa. I can't tell if that's an IA or an LA. Yeah. Yeah, the big TRX and Hellcat motors are done. They're going with something different. They're going down to a V6. Like if you really want to buy a V8 engine, you got to get one now because they're kind of dying out. Like it's going to get to the point where you can't buy anything like that. Like we've looked at buying stuff for my wife, and the thing that sucks is like a lot of the type of vehicles that she would buy, everything's hybrid or turbo. You can't just buy a naturally aspirated motor anymore on a lot of those little things. Chase, shout out to my boy Alex, aka Beef Paulson. Quady is the best YouTube channel ever. Still, you need to come fish Clear Lake with us. From Chase with love. Well, cheers, Beef. And thanks, Chase. I appreciate the donation. Dang old Taylor. Gas or diesel all the way, hands down. Electric is too much trouble. Cheers, Taylor. Thank you for the donation. Like I said, I feel like a vast majority of electric, like I'm not saying you can't get one and drive it across the country. You could definitely do that. You can definitely find the charging stations. You're going to spend a lot more time charging than it would take to fill up a gas car, but it's doable. But for the mass market consumer, I don't believe the technology is quite there yet. And I don't think a lot of the mass market consumers necessarily want an electric car. I think to a point it's kind of being like, you need to buy this. And we're like, we're good, man. Give us like 20 more years and make it better first. All right. Get that shit. So, he messaged me and said he was sending in heaters. Oh, this is the heater that I had in the truck. It's the same ones that I broke my last one. The cord broke right here, and I tried to fix it, and I couldn't fix it. We've got replacements. And this is actually rad because I have one for the truck, and I have one for the garage because my garage heater also broke, and I've been using a borrowed heater that my wife brought home. These have thermostats on there, and the heater that I've been running in my garage does not have a thermostat. Thank you. Look, it's the exact same thing. And the like technically one of these is Kevin's because he's the one that gave me the old one that I eventually broke. That
So
heater
it needs to come back in the house when he's here.
Yeah, that heater that looked like this that I had in the truck came from the homie Kevin, same dude that gave me this, and that probably came from the same place. So that heater that I've been running in the truck is from like 2003 or 2004. And yeah, dude, that's rad. Thank you for that. I appreciate that. Where did you find these? They're gotta be brand new. Maybe you can still get them on Amazon. Maybe eBay. They're not in the box. All right, that's rad. Thank you for that. That's cool, dude. He said he was sending. I got a message on, I think, YouTube or a comment on YouTube, and he said he was sending a couple of heaters, and I was not expecting two of the exact same heaters I had. Thank you for this. This is great because I wanted to buy another one, and I went to the store and I didn't. I just figured they didn't make them anymore, and I would never find one. That's rad. All right. Well, that's it for the mail time tonight, y'all. Somebody was talking about Toyota V6s, and there's another bummer because I think the brand new Tacoma, the 2024 Tacoma, which is a redesign, I think every single motor has a turbo on it. Like you can't even get a naturally aspirated motor anymore. So yeah, like if any of you guys are really considering purchasing a new vehicle and things like that, like that's something to consciously think about. Within the next 10, 15, maybe 20 years, like you're probably not going to be able to buy anything that isn't turbocharged, hybrid, or battery operated. Like naturally aspirated, simple motors that are going to last a long time are just not there anymore in the mass market. Like big pushrod trucks, like you can get an F-250 with a 7.3 liter basic motor, but most people aren't going to go buy that truck. The people that are, the masses that are buying the small SUVs, everything is turbocharged. Everything is hybrid. Everything is just, it's going to last 10, 12 years. It's not going to be worth fixing, and it's going to go to a junkyard. So yeah, turbos are awesome, but no, it's major stress on everything else that's going on in the motor. 4-cylinder turbos. Yeah, I've had an Evo. Like I love turbo motors, but I wouldn't buy a turbo motor and be like, this thing's going to last me 20 years. Maybe a diesel because you're running at very, very low RPM, but yeah. Anthony, Ford V10 is highly dependable but rough on fuel. That's the thing. It's like everything we're doing is trying to get more gas mileage out of it, more fuel mileage, but I feel like everything we're doing is just degrading the longevity of those motors. Daywalker 402. Yeah, for a daily, like are you going to try to keep that thing for 30 years? Do you want to keep it forever? Like I'd 100% buy something turbocharged like that as a daily driver, but like Turbo Mazda 3, I would tell you to buy a four-door short bed F-150 with a 2.7 or a 3.5 and twin turbos on it. And you got 400 plus horsepower, 20 miles to the gallon. If you're not flooring it everywhere, a bed and a big back seat to carry your dogs around in. And it's just cool. And it's aluminum and it won't rust. Get a 4-door or extended cab short bed F-150 and slam it. 3.5 drop, which you can buy from Ford. Mullet Jake Inman, all-terrain tires. Well, I've got a new set of tires on the truck. You guys have to watch tomorrow's video. And that's the first set of the brand. So we'll see how those go. but I had Nito Ridge grapplers on the Silverado, and I've had 2 sets of those, and they were all right. So, but a lot of people complain about Ridge grapplers. It's kind of up to you and what you want and what you're willing to spend. I would just look at Google reviews. Most people review something when they want to complain about it and not say that it's nice. So keep that in mind also. Non-interference, yeah. Jeep trucks, Ernie. I think the new Wrangler truck is neat. I really I was set to buy one before they came out because I was really and it was a stupid hope, but I was hoping they would put out a 2-door with like a 6 or a 6.5 foot bed. And with current markets and everything, of course, they're only going to make a 4-door. So the reason I would never buy one is I feel like the bed is too small for what I need to use. But it is nice because it's the smallest truck you can buy with a solid front axle, which depending on what you're going to do with it, that is a huge deal to people. If it's a hardcore off-roader, typically a solid front axle is going to do better. Um, so I think they're cool. I can't really say a ton about the motors because I don't know, but a Jeep truck, with the proper camper on there is cool. You have a solid front axle and you can take the roof off. It's hard to really kind of complain about it. Would I purchase one personally? Probably not. Ryan, yeah, dude, I'm enjoying my 5.0. Ernie, the Rangers are cool. I'd drive a Ranger. It's just like that's the other thing that sucks is like a lot of these trucks, when you get into like Ranger or Tacoma still maybe they don't for 2024. I guess I haven't really looked, but like you can't get a regular cab anymore. Everything is 4-door with a short bed. So that takes me out of a lot of range for what I'm doing. Now, if it's just like a random daily, then it doesn't really matter to me. But Rangers are cool, and now that you can get a Ranger Raptor. Yeah, Raptor Mel. What got me into camping? Like I've been camping since I was a kid. I don't know. I've always been camping. I enjoy it. I can't say anything specifically got me into it, but I've been going camping since I was a little kid. So Ryan, yeah, I'm probably gonna put a 5.3 in the van, maybe a 4.8 because even that's double the horsepower. But eventually, we'll get rid of the V6. Robbie Terry, yeah, 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 yeah. Everybody says that. I did not buy a full size truck for gas mileage, but if you're using your truck for work, like actually working the truck, it is still a concern. If you're using your truck to drive back and forth to the office, it's probably less of a concern. But if your truck and what you do with your truck actually is what makes you money, being concerned about fuel mileage is a real thing. So you got to think about that. But if you're driving your truck to the office to sign paperwork all day, then yeah, fuel mileage probably doesn't matter. Joseph Dover, the newest Tacoma is trash. What is trash is that big, ugly air dam they have on some of the models. But it is what it is. It's 10 o'clock, y'all. I should probably get this one closed out. Um, we'll have we should have a new video out tomorrow. I guess I haven't downloaded the footage off my camera, so barring everything is all right there. Yes, new video tomorrow night. Some work on the truck. I'm super stoked on it. I know some of the truck work stuff videos are not everybody's kind of thing because they just they want to see the camping stuff, but we're gonna knock a bunch of that stuff out quick, and I'm super excited on the way it looks. Very happy with how it turned out, and yeah, shotgun a beer. Anthony, is it worth getting a tall topper? I like mid rise because you can keep a flat roof. Some of the tall ones, the roofs are not flat. Like it'll come up at an angle just to the back window, which is nice. I prefer the mid-rise because they're all flat. It depends on the brand and company that you work with, though. But mid-rise or tall is definitely going to be better. Even on these half-ton trucks, like if you're going to have a bed in there, a cab height topper, you're probably not going to be able to sit up straight. So it all kind of depends. Take your measurements, measure the toppers if you can, if you're looking at stuff like that. But I would recommend kind of going bigger than you feel like you need. Typically is like, because once you get all your junk in there, it's gonna get really small. It's like kind of the same thing in the boat world. If you go look at a boat and you're like, this is a nice big boat. Well, then when you put all your gear and 3 people on the boat gets real small real fast. So keep that in mind. But a taller topper is definitely worth it. Headroom is nice. Headroom is nice. Should we shotgun one? I think we could. I think we shotgun 2 beers already, right? I think we're good on
Calvin
that.
said he was trying to get you drunk.
I got 2 beers left. We'll shotgun one more. Dang old dang. This is for everybody out there. Yeah, whatever. Should I cut my hair? Should I grow it out? What do you say, wife? My wife hates long hair. I really like. I had long hair when I broke my leg right before we started the channel, and I cut it off because I just got annoyed with it while I was sitting there with a broken leg. But I almost wish I wouldn't have cut my hair off. I had hair like
It wasn't that.
and it was wavy and it was
wasn't
gorgeous. I have gorgeous long hair. I'll say it. I don't think I ever received more compliments in my life from stranger females than when I had long hair, because it's even my wife has said, she's like, you've I don't know if you said you were jealous or like,
No.
but
We have the same hair texture.
mine's a whole lot thicker.
It's thicker, but we have the exact same hair texture.
Texture maybe, but I have a lot of hair. Taylor Lindsay, cheers. We'll shotgun one. Trim the beard. Yeah, the beard needs trimmed. Like, it looks way better in videos probably than it even looks in person. My beard is terrible. Gladly, maybe some of the people that I hang out with need to tell me how bad it looks, but is Kelvin in the chat?
Don't
Kelvin,
egg him on.
Kelvin, long hair, don't care, chug it. Yeah, but you cut your hair off. You had long hair too. All right. Cheers, y'all. This will be the last one, and then I probably got to pee again. And that ain't no Coors Light. Oh, Kelvin, you'll grow it out with me?
No.
I guess I got long hair don't care. We're probably growing our hair out, Kelvin. I gotta wash my sheet here. But anyways, we're gonna close this one out here. Thanks to everybody that's donated. The heaters were rad. Really stoked on those. And I love you guys. Like I said, new video tomorrow. We might have another video out before next Thursday. Like, I'm going to try to get this truck done and just get those videos out so we can get out on the road and do some camping stuff. Got a cool thing coming up with the wife in a few weeks and all that. But yeah, I love you guys. Thanks for all your support. Thanks for hanging out. Cheers to all the homies out there in the chat. And yeah, stay tuned. Watch tomorrow's video. Hit the like button. Subscribe. Send this to your friends. Share the video with your mom. All that stuff. Love you guys. Peace.